Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 3 with the Eldrazi's Ghostfire deck. Yes, I think we keep this. It's one of those ones that's on the verge of not being good and being able to draw into a great hand. So, I mean, the Blight Herder with... We need another way to exile. We have a Touch of the Void. We have the Horribly Awry. I mean, we have a lot of ways to actually deal with our opponent. And the offshoots are really bad against us. I mean, we are a damage-based deck. So this can be the mono... It's a mono-green Eldrazi budget deck. That's what we're going to play against here. It's been going around like crazy on MTG. It's pretty good against RG Landfall, but it's weak against many other of the decks in the format. So now they just play the offshoots, and then they just try to ramp into large Eldrazi's. We need to draw into a land. I want him to cast anything I can just Horribly Awry this turn. He's going to gain a lot of life through the offshoots. But with the hand that we have insane burst damage through the Aggregate and the Blight Herder. I'm not quite sold that this is going to be enough to stabilize. But we have a lot of dead cards main board. These are all dead. Basically it's a mull to a 3 basically is what the relevant cards in this deck are. Because we're not going to touch. Maybe I will touch if... Well, it's definitely be the Herald of Kozilek. But they try to ramp into a Bane of either the one that makes you the Breaker or the Bane. And some even play the 8-9 trample guys. So half to land here. Yeah, it's pretty much over if I miss the land drop. I think that Wild Slash is just a dead card. So we'll use it. Can't draw into our third land, unfortunately. And Horribly Awry is just plain pointless. Good news, though, is we do have the Disdainful Strokes and the Negates that will be relevant. And he doesn't have a lot of ways to interact with us. I'm not going to give him any more information. We'll let this go through. We missed the land drop one more time. So I'll just get rid of a touch. And you can think that we're some sort of burn deck, if that's the case. But this is turn... It's gaining 7 life and... searching his battlefield with 3 basic land cards put on the battlefield. So all we need to do is Disdainful Stroke at a key time. I wonder if he's actually running... No, I don't think he's running a Felidar Sovereign in this deck. He could be. There is white and blue sources in here, so maybe this isn't necessarily the budget brew that's been going around with just the mono green Eldrazi's. And I've seen enough. This is it. There's nothing we can do. I've missed another land drop, and we wouldn't hit it for one more turn, and then, yeah, okay. I don't want to give him any more information. He's gonna cast an Eldrazi next turn and just win the game. So, we can take out the Wild Slashes. We can take out the Horribly Awry. We'll bring in all the Disdainful Strokes and the Negates. We can even bring out the Touch of the Voids. They are completely pointless. And we have another Disdainful Stroke that come in. And even Thopter Spy Network seems better than nothing. Because all of these cards, Exquisite Firecraft can kill a Felidar. No, it can't even kill a Felidar Sovereign. Fire Impulse is pointless. Everything is just really bad. That I think Thopters and Exquisites are the next best card to put in here. And they are just basically dead cards. So we'll submit this. The fact that we actually have lands, probably too many lands. I'm actually involving wilds here for Mountain. No point for a Ghostfire. I'd rather have an untapped land in the future. So see if he kept in the offshoots. And there's our beautiful Disdainful Stroke, which we can use for later. And we'll have the Vile Aggregate that can start exiling cards from his hand. I mean, this will actually come out perfect with the Blight Herder. So another land I did not want to see. Could be like Silk Wraps in here to take care of the Vile Aggregate. We'll have to wait and see what it is. Yeah, he's just going to try to Pilgrimage. We can hook up the Ghostfire Blade and start dishing out some damage, and then just keep up the Disdainful Stroke for a card that will really give us a problem. Another land. Not what I wanted to see. So we're on extremes this time. We'll attack in for 3. Oh, only colorless creatures. I was thinking that the Ghostfire Blade, this is actually this colorless card, or that'd be overpowered as colorless cards, but still attacking him for 3. And we ingest a Prairie Stream, so not any more information. The 3/2. Not too concerned with the Explosive Vegetation. We'll let him have every ramp card in the world. This Disdainful Stroke, though, now we have to counter multiples, and I can't actually cast the Blight Herder for fear of like an Ulamog. But next turn we can Whirler Rogue and Blight Herder. He can't Ulamog next turn. I actually don't really care what he casts next turn. So I think we do Blight Herder. We can't cast it right now because he only has 1 exiled. And I want to get the spawns. You can make the argument for Whirler Rogue. This is going to ingest another card, which ends up being another Explosive Vegetation, which is a dead card for him now. And we will Blight Herder. And this he has to react next turn now. So we have a 7/7. We actually have lethal next turn. So unless it's a board wipe, I think we're okay. Which might be a high possibility, which is what this deck is trying to do. Tragic Arrogance type card would be pretty brutal. Ulamog still works off of cast. It's going to be a Hedron Archive. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. And we'll have Disdainful Stroke up next turn. Dragon Lord Dromoka. Well, that actually messes up my plan. This has lifelink. Is there a way to... We can put on the Blight Herder to make him... No, it still can't. Quite go lethal. But we can Whirler Rogue here, and that makes my Disdainful Stroke completely useless. So we will Whirler Rogue, which puts it up to a 9. And then we can make this unblockable. Yeah, this is the best play. So we're going to make the Blight Herder unblockable. And then swing in with everything. And then if he tries to block a Scion, then we'll sack it. So he's got to block the Vile or he dies. Because it goes down to 8 when I sack, 16. Yeah, that's exactly. 12, 13, 14 damage exactly. Yep. That is what he has to do. And still takes... Well, he'll net down 1 damage. And, oh no, net down more because of the trample. Still ingests as well. See what we get. A Conduit of Ruin, which is decent. And now he's down to a 10. We have the Disdainful Stroke. So I guess this is ramping into non-Eldrazi. I really think a Feldor Sovereign is in here. There's just something nagging at me, thinking that the Nisa's Revelation, or whatever the card is called. Alright, so this is Ulamog. We counter it, and we still counter it. Because he can exile 2 permanents. See, because we can say when you cast Ulamog, exile Indestructible, attacks defending player. So he's getting rid of my 2 big guys. And we're gonna Disdainful Stroke it. Which is he still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Ah, so close. We need a Ghostfire Blade or an Exquisite Firecraft off the top. So he gets to search. Let's see what he reveals. A Conduit of Ruin is a reveal card. He can't cast both. He already cast the first one. I actually don't like that play. Another Whirler Rogue doesn't do anything. Doesn't progress the board whatsoever. I don't even know if I cast it. If we just keep it back for a board wipe, I think is the safer call. And unfortunately, it just goes down to a 1. We'll keep these 2 cards in hand. Because the Conduit of Ruin will get him a 5/5. He still has to pay 6 mana for it. He can draw some cards off the Hedron Archives. But then it also allows him to... He's going to be able to tutor up 2 Eldrazi's. And the Ruin puts it on top of his library, though. This one puts it in his hand. But it has to be 7 or greater, so it's not going to sack. So he's gaining 7 life, which puts him to an 8. So maybe I should have cast my Whirler Rogue. I think that's still the smart play not to cast the Whirler Rogue, because he does in colors that are notorious to wipe the board. He can only cast 4, so the Conduit of Ruin... You'd have to drop the land that... Yeah, the land that would drop more. And there's absolutely nothing that I can play here that... out of the sideboard that makes a difference. So we'll just submit this. Yeah, this is a perfect hand. This is absolutely what we want to see. The only thing that would make this better is maybe instead of a Spell Shrivel is a Ghostfire Blade. Just to... Well, I don't know. I think this is actually ideal. He does get to go first and puts out the Prairie Stream, and we'll put out the Swiftwater Cliffs. I don't think there will be anything. And now we have another Whirler Rogue, which is still a perfect card. I have a Negate for next turn to take care of his explosive, not explosive vegetation, but his other ramp spell if we care. I think we do for a Negate. Negate can only hit that. So I don't think there's anything that we saw that he can play on turn 2, unless there's like a Hangarback Walker just chucked in the deck for value. Hey, and there's the Hangarback Walker chucked in the deck for value, which isn't going to do much versus our deck though. I'm not too worried about it. There's a Disdainful Stroke. And we can negate his ramp spell this turn. He doesn't have a green source, so we'll see. Hangarback could be a bit of an issue. I'm not too worried though. Everything flies. Yeah, actually, not going to be able to use my negate this turn. Let's keep Hangarback back. And we'll go with maybe we do keep ours up. This changes things. I think we want to get Whirler Rogue out on time. Hangarback is going to become a nuisance. We trample through. With a lot of our cards are unblockable through a lot of our cards, so I'm not too worried. We can still negate or Disdainful Stroke, whichever one we see fit. There's his green source. Negate the archive. He'll get attacking with the Hangarback. There goes one of his ramp plays. We'll be able to chuck down a Whirler Rogue next turn. And then start the aggression. And then I still want to just keep hitting into land drops. Thopter Spy Network not so much, but that's going to allow us to at least draw some cards. No, we definitely want to draw a land next turn for the Spell Shrivel or the Ruination Guide and the Disdainful Stroke. The offshoot's very weak at this point. It'll help him stabilize slightly, but not too much. And it also used his mana. Another Hangarback Walker. I don't think he attacks in. He just keeps it back to keep pumping up. And then we will hopefully draw this land. Ugh. I think it's just another... I'm going to Thopter Spy Network here, actually. And attacking with the Thopters. Because we need to hit these lands. He'll put a counter on his Hangarback. And we at least draw a card to get us towards those lands. And there we have it. We hit our land drop. He's missed a lot of ramp. He's in this weird scenario where is pumping up my Hangarback the more important play, or is casting something the more important play? I'm pretty sure Hangarback Walker can be played for quite a bit in this deck, but again, I think that we'll be able to race him. There's the From Beyond, which can go and tutor up an Eldrazi. But he's still missing those lands. He comes in with Hangarback. You absolutely do. I'll go down to a 16. In this turn, though, we have the Ruination Guide plus. And we hit a land drop, which is nice. So I could actually go double Ruination Guide, but that's not the way to go. We'll keep a Spell Shrivel and Disdainful Stroke. Well, actually, are we in fear of anything? I don't think we do. I think we run out another guide. And really put him on a clock. Good Exquisite Firecraft, which can be our last bit of damage if we need it. The Scion can ramp a little bit, but not this turn. See if another like From Beyond comes out. No, I think he's ramping this turn. Yeah, Explosive Vegetation, 2 basic land cards on the battlefield tapped. He still can't pump up his Hangarback. Gains him some life, though, but at this point, He's on a 2-turn clock no matter what he does. Disdainful Stroke and Spell Shrivel will probably be the line of play. That actually did help him out because it puts him just barely out of... No, it does not, because we can go Whirler Rogue. If we draw a land, we can go Whirler Rogue to make the Ruination Guide unblockable. So we just need one more artifact card. So there's a lot of things we can draw into. There we go. Perfect. So we win here. So it's Whirler Rogue. Which makes the Ruination Guide unblockable. Those are Summoning Sickness, right? Where's the Summoning Sickness? Doesn't it show Summoning Sickness? Okay, Summoning Sick. There we go. And then attack in with the Ruination Guide and the 3 Thopters. And then we can Exquisite Firecraft him for the last bit of damage. He has no flyers, right? No flyers. Hey, we ingest as well. Finds a Hedron Archive. We draw a card. It doesn't matter because we Exquisite Firecraft him. There's our other land, our backup land. And that's that. So we'll go on to the last matchup. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again and hope to see you soon.